Mark Regev is a spokesman for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, joined us now live. So, Mark, Israel's Prime Minister calls President Rouhani's speech cynical and full of hypocrisy. Does Israel see no benefits in trying to talk with Iran to find some common ground now that the opportunity may exist?
Look, Israel is open to a real, genuine diplomatic solution that does effectively dismantle the Iranian military nuclear program. We're ready for that. But what we see until now is we see the Iranians going by the North Korean playbook, that they profess that they don't want nuclear weapons, and just like the North Koreans, under the cover, under the smokescreen of these sort of promises, they are going to move ahead and get a nuclear weapon. And frankly, if I can say, Rosemary, this is a regime that has invested billions in underground fortified nuclear bunkers, in intercontinental ballistic missiles, and they say this is for energy. It's ridiculous. This is the second largest producer of energy in the Middle East. It's clear that it's a nuclear program for military purposes.
So, Mark Regev, given that, how does Israel feel then about US Secretary of State John Kerry's meeting with his Iranian counterpart on Thursday?
Once again, a diplomatic solution that effectively dismantles their nuclear program, Israel can embrace. But we are very concerned, and it's crucial that we look at what the Iranians do and not what they say. What are they doing since President Rouhani got elected? They continue to enrich uranium. The centrifuges continue to spin. They're adding new centrifuges. They're upgrading centrifuges. They continue to work on the heavy water reactor at Iraq. They continue to deny access to IAEA and inspectors. And of course, they continue to flout the UN General Assembly resolutions. They're doing all that since Rouhani's election. So it's crucial that we look at what they do and not what they say. And we must judge them, and we urge the international community. Judge Iran by its actions.
So President Obama says he's willing to test diplomacy. Does that anger Israel to hear that?
No, but the president said very clearly, President Obama, that this has to be transparent and has to be verifiable, that we can't suffice just with good words and with good promises. Because our concern is that the Iranian promises are just a smokescreen for the continuation of their military nuclear program. Look, what did the Iranian president say yesterday? He said Iran opposes terrorism when Iran has been directly involved in terrorism across the globe in some 24 countries. He said Iran supports human rights and democracy. This is a country that has been behind the bloodbath and continues to be behind the massacres taking place in Syria, fully supporting the Assad regime. This is a regime that has spent billions of dollars in building an illicit nuclear program. I'm afraid we can't allow them to find cover behind the smokescreen of these sweet words. It's clear they're on a charm offensive, but it's clear also that the international community has to judge Iran by its actions, and we have to see the Iranians take tangible steps. Iran has to stop enrichment, all enrichment. That's a UN Security Council resolution. Iran has to remove from inside its territory the uranium it has already enriched. Iran must close down the illicit nuclear facility in Qom. Iran must stop work on the heavy water reactor in Iraq. These are tangible steps that must be taken, and anything less, unfortunately, any half measures, just allow Iran in the future to move towards a bomb at a time of their choosing, and we cannot allow that.
Mark Regev, one last question. The Israeli delegation, as we mentioned, absented itself from President Rouhani's speech because of comments made in the past denying the Holocaust and calls to wipe Israel off the map. But those comments were made by Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, not by President Rouhani. He told our Christiane Amanpour he doesn't share those views. Is it time to give the new president the benefit of the doubt, perhaps?
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt when we see a change in Iranian behavior, not just in rhetoric. And let's be clear, if you want to talk about words, just in the last few weeks we heard Iranian leaders talking about destroying Israel. We haven't heard anyone in Iran condemn Holocaust denial. The simple fact is we're in the midst of an Iranian charm offensive, and we can't be fooled, we can't be bluffed. It's crucial that we judge this regime by what it does and not what it says. And what it's doing is dangerous, what it's doing is aggressive, and what it's doing is moving ahead aggressively on a military nuclear program, and we can't have illusions about that. And neither should anyone else.
Many thanks to you, Mark Regev, for joining us there from Jerusalem. Appreciate it.